What's up, guys? Back with another educational video, and this week we're going to talk about pre-workouts, specifically mine. Now, I know, a lot of you guys are going, here we go, Shillology 101, and yes, I want you to buy my product, but I also want you to have a good understanding of why I put what I put in this pre-workout for Outward Nutrition, our supplement company. Hopefully by having a better understanding, even if you don't decide to buy my product, it'll give you a better understanding of what to look for in other products. So the first thing I want to talk about is proprietary blends. Your supplement should show exactly what's in it and what the amounts are right here in the supplement facts. There's no reason to have a proprietary blend other than the fact that you're going to underdose your product. Can I say conclusively that everyone who uses a proprietary blend underdoses their products? No. I can't say that. What I can tell you is we've all got access to the same studies. Nobody's bringing out a secret ingredient. And when it comes to the tried and true ingredients, you can look in the studies and you can see what's effective. It's not a secret. So when somebody said, well, aren't you worried about people copying your formula? Sure, go for it. I mean, that you can do that, but we still had it first, you know? And if they did, I mean, it is what it is. There's no reason that you as a consumer shouldn't know exactly what you're getting in your supplement. Now, as far as ingredients, there are quite a few ingredients out there that are effective in a pre-workout, but some of them don't necessarily make sense. Let me talk about one that's very popular and a reason why I didn't include it in here, and that's actually creatine monohydrate or any form of creatine. Now, you might think, every pre-workout has creatine. Why wouldn't you put creatine in it? Well, with the pre-workout, I wanted to focus specifically on ingredients that improve performance acutely, meaning you can take it one time and you'll notice a difference. Now, creatine is a cumulative effect. You have to take it and saturate your muscle cells in order for it to exert its benefits. If you take it long enough, yes, you'll get benefits, but just taking it one time will do nothing. At least I'm not aware of any studies showing creatine to provide an acute benefit. Further, creatine can actually cause some gastrointestinal discomfort. So that's why we actually put that in our recovery product, which I'll talk about later. But for the pre-workout specifically, if it's going to be a pre-workout, it should have ingredients that will help you immediately or semi-immediately. So for example, citrulline malate has been shown to improve delayed onset muscle soreness as well as performance during exercise. I think even some buffering and whatnot. That's a great ingredient. It is very expensive. It's probably over 40% of the cost of this particular pre-workout because we have 6,000 milligrams of it in here. There's a lot of companies who put citrulline malate in their product. And if they don't list the amount on the side, I can almost assure you it's lower than that. The research studies show that a dosage of 6,000 to 8,000 milligrams of citrulline malate is the effective dose. So we have the 6,000 milligram dose in here, so you can get the benefits from citrulline malate. Just sprinkling it in there is not going to do anything. So again, avoid proprietary blends. Then we have beta-alanine. Now, beta-alanine was an ingredient that I did not include in my previous line because the data on it seems to suggest that for strength or low rep sets, it's not going to really do anything. But there is some relatively good data that if you take it and you're doing high intensity interval cardio, or you're doing higher rep sets that last longer than 45 seconds, that beta-alanine can increase your work output. And that could potentially lead to more lean body mass gains. There are some studies showing a benefit to lean body mass with beta-alanine. So we did include it, and I personally do like it as an ingredient. Now, caffeine. We included a caffeine dose of 300 milligrams. Now, everybody knows what caffeine does. Why do we go for such a high dose of caffeine? The research studies on caffeine that show a benefit on strength particularly and performance, and not just a anti-sedative effect, because you could take a smaller dose, like 50, 100 milligrams, to get an anti-sedative effect. But to get performance benefits, you need about 3 to 6 milligrams per kilogram. So for me, that means at least 300 milligrams in my pre-workout. That's a great ingredient. Caffeine isn't sexy. Nobody's gonna get excited over caffeine, but honestly, it is one of the best pre-workout ingredients that you can include. Now, I'll go back to that a little bit because I know some people are sensitive to caffeine, but if you're getting a pre-workout that has 100 milligrams of caffeine in it or 200, I mean, it'll probably make you feel more awake and alert. Is it going to increase your strength acutely and improve performance acutely? There's not a ton of research to support that. Then one of my personal faves, rhodiola extract from Rhodiola rosea at 300 milligram dose. Again, very powerfully dosed. Rhodiola is an adaptogen. It's amazing. It can decrease fatigue and perception of fatigue, and appears to improve cognitive function as well. So it's kind of a nootropic. I love rhodiola, and it kind of, for lack of a better term, can take the edge off caffeine a little bit, so there's not such a large come down for some of you who are sensitive to caffeine. So I really love that ingredient. And then L-Dopa. So L-Dopa is in here at 150 milligrams, and L-Dopa is the precursor for dopamine. There are drugs, so a lot of your pleasure drugs act on the dopamine receptor because it's kind of your pleasure receptor. Now, this dose is not going to do that, but I will say it does seem to improve mood, cognition, and anecdotally, I can tell you that when I take this, I just feel good and I feel confident. And I'll be honest, I've taken this I've had it in my hands, final version, for probably 2 weeks now, and I have not had a bad workout yet, even when I've been low energy on my cuts. So I think it's a really great supplement, obviously, because what I wanted out of all this was something that I would use. I didn't want to build something just to sell that I wasn't gonna like. I freaking love this. This has everything I want in it. It's 5 ingredients. We're not gonna throw a laundry list in here and overcharge. We're not going to put ingredients in there that are just fluff. 5 ingredients, powerfully dosed. In fact, all of these ingredients, except for maybe citrulline malate, are so powerfully dosed that you could start at a half dose and probably still see benefits. So if you're a smaller female, or maybe you're very sensitive to caffeine, you could start with a half dose and probably still see benefits. Now, if you're a bigger guy like me, I would recommend the full dose. Unless you're really sensitive to caffeine, again, you can start with a half dose. But that's how powerfully we dosed it. We wanted to make sure that anyone could get benefits from this. So I'm really excited about it. The feedback we've gotten so far is incredible. And honestly, the flavors are awesome. We have blue raspberry and tropical candy, and people seem to love both of them. Honestly, we have not had one negative review about the flavor. I'm loving it. I hope you guys will love it. If you don't check it out, at least heed some of my advice about pre-workouts in terms of proprietary blends and proper dosing. Now, is this going to take you and turn you into an absolute beast? No. Is it going to enable you to possibly train a little bit harder, a little bit longer, fatigue a little bit less? Yes. No supplement's going to turn you into a badass. I'm not going to sell you that. I'm not going to bullshit you. But it is an effective supplement, and if you have your nutrition in line, it can provide you a little bit extra. Thanks, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure you click like and subscribe. If you want to learn more about Outwork Nutrition, click the links in the bio, and I will catch you guys next week.